What's up, everybody? You know, you would think after 14 years since CM Punk has won a match at WrestleMania, I gave him too much. I gave him too much credit. I gave him way too much credit. I forgot what company I'm talking about. I forgot the people who were in charge here. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. That shot you see right there, that don't change. It just doesn't change. I have a lot to say on tonight's main event. As a CM Punk fan, as a WWE fan, just a fan of wrestling in general. Let me first talk about the match itself. The match itself tonight was A+. Fantastic. Both guys delivered. Both guys brought it. It was a fantastic match from start to finish. I loved the psychology of it. I loved the intensity of it. I loved the violentness of it. It was, from start to finish, fantastic. Shocker how CM Punk can do that. All those years ago, they wouldn't put him in the main event. It's crazy how good he is. At what, 47 years old? They squandered it. Squandered it all those years. Anyway, the match itself was great. It was a great match. Fantastic. Both guys delivered on every level possible. As for the finish, as I've already alluded to, I picked CM Punk to win this match. At no point in the build-up did I think that CM Punk was going to lose this match. From a storytelling standpoint, it didn't make sense for him to lose this match. The way that this match was presented and built up, it was presented as CM Punk is going to win this thing. He's going to win this thing. And he didn't. He didn't. Here's the story I thought they were going to tell. We have for weeks and weeks now heard CM Punk being very personal with Roman Reigns, saying things like, you can't win on your own, saying things about the Usos, saying things about his father, saying things about Dwayne. That's The Rock, for those who don't know. The once Hollywood superstar, as CM Punk referred to him as correctly. My interpretation of that was there was a story to tell there. The story was CM Punk has created this narrative, somewhat rightfully so, that Roman Reigns cannot win on his own. The success that he had as the tribal chief in the bloodline was in large part because of the bloodline. And he's made it very personal. He's made it very nasty at times. And the story that I have felt like makes the most sense is whether The Rock was involved or not. It made sense if The Rock was involved. But even if The Rock wasn't involved, it made perfect sense for the bloodline because Punk has made this so personal. It made sense for the bloodline to reunite, to come out there as one. All the Samoans that Roman had talked about for weeks. I give you permission, he said, to all the Samoans in the family to go after CM Punk. And not a one of them did. So it made sense tonight that this would be the moment. This would be the night they come out and they try to do their damage to CM Punk. But Roman Reigns has heard all of the chatter from CM Punk. He has heard all of the narrative that you can't do it on your own. And in that moment, when the Bloodline would offer their hand to Roman Reigns. Ideally, it would be The Rock. But whether it's the Usos, whether it's Solo, whether it's Jacob Fatu, whether it's all the other Bloodline guys, when they come to Roman and say, we're here to help you, Roman, in that moment, says, no, I don't need your help and I don't want your help. Because he has heard it in his head for weeks from CM Punk. CM Punk has told him, you can't do this on your own. It's a great story. And in that moment, that judgment call would cost Roman the match. Now, again, ideally, in an ideal world, Dwayne would grace us, all our little WWE fans, with his presence. And you know what? He'd just have to show up one night. Just tonight. He could go a whole year and hardly ever show up again. All he had to do was show up tonight, offer his hand to Roman, saying, let's take this punk out for what he has said. And Roman says no. Roman says, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to do this man-to-man, face-to-face. And that judgment call cost him. Punk beats him. Punk survives. And then Roman, he's the one feeling the wrath of The Rock / the Bloodline. Because again, The Rock doesn't have to be involved, although it would make so much sense for him to be involved in this. With how personal it's been, the shots at TKO, the shots at the family, it made so much sense for him to be involved in this. But he couldn't do it. That story was there. That story was there to be told. And they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Now, there's another story to be told, too. The other story I had originally was the ultimate story of Punk goes fully heel and screws over Roman in the main event. And along the way, we ultimately get the reunification of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Because what's something that can bring those two together? Those two have hated each other for so long. That family of the Shield has been ripped apart at the seams. What's the one thing that could maybe, potentially, possibly, somehow bring those two back together? It's an evil CM Punk who's world champion and who's running roughshod over everybody else in WWE. Instead, they just had a Roman beat him outright tonight. Because WWE. That's what they do. That's what they did all those years ago with CM Punk. And shame on me for believing that they would do any different. Shame on me. Shame on me. I don't ever want to hear Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's name ever again mentioned in anything. I don't care to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't care about Roman. I don't care about the Bloodline. I don't care about any of this. He said tonight he's not a part-timer. He'll be here all summer long. Okay. And even if you are, you're just going to run a roughshod of everybody. No title changes coming. I mean, he's going to be the champion if he is here. Because even in my scenario, I wouldn't have had Punk be champion for much longer. I probably would have had him lose in the next pay-per-view. I would have the Bloodline / The Rock ultimately make it their life's goal to take out Punk after he survived WrestleMania. And then you could write him off TV and he'd be gone for a couple months. But they did it this way instead. Why? Because of WWE, that's why. I'm sure I have more to say, but I'm coming up on 10 minutes here of talking about CM Punk and Roman Reigns and the debacle that is this company, so I'm going to leave it at this. It was a great match tonight. CM Punk showed once again why he's the best in the world. But yet again, the WWE shows they do what they do. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.